Give a few minutes here because I just done this on the spur of the moment, so ain't nobody gonna see the notification right away. And hello, Fifi. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. This has been a slow day for me. I decided not to exercise at all today and mostly focus on my eating pattern. Sometimes you need to let the body rest for a bit and just focus more on what you eat or how much. Hello, Mark. How are you doing today? I was just saying that I decided not to exercise today, but just give my body a rest and focus on my eating. Sometimes I'm one of those kind of people I can only do one thing at a time. I'm doing pretty good. Today's been slow for me though, which is fine. Um, I'm one of those kind of people that I can seem to only do one thing at a time. So if I'm busy exercising, really pouring my gut out physically, I seem to lose focus on my eating. And then, like, if I'm focusing on my eating, I can't seem to focus on exercise. So sometimes I have to just kind of refocus. Just one of those kind of people. What a top. Button up. Sorry for wriggling around here. Decided not to prop it up or anything. That way I can have a little bit more of a straight view on y'all instead of me always looking down my nose. It's the bifocals that I don't have any real vision straight or makes it odd. I would love to get LASIK done or contacts. Well, thank you. That's because I wanted to give you all a real pretty grin. How you doing today, baby? My favorite healthy? Um, I do like a good salad on occasion. Uh, hmm. I don't know. Really thinking about it, maybe I'm not so much into anything healthy. If a salad is fixed just right, I like it. Hey Mitchell, you can call Michael Green Levi. His name is Levi, so you can call him Levi. Yeah, I do too. Levi. That way you don't feel like you're just repeating a name that's a mockery. Yeah, that's how you spell it, just like that. Have you ever tasted carob or ever heard of it? Um, I'm not quite sure what it is, maybe a nut or something. But if it's done just right, it tastes exactly like chocolate and you don't know the difference. My mother introduced it to me back when I was a young teen, and but you have to get hold of it being made just right because it can taste nasty if you don't get the good stuff. Hello, Levi. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing okay. Today's been a little on the slow side, but I'm fine with that. So, what you didn't catch, I decided not to exercise today. I was just going to focus on my eating today and give my body a good rest. I tell you what, I think yesterday was everybody's bad day because it wasn't just between you and Michael Mitchell. It wasn't just between you and Levi, but also with the discussion of the breastfeeding and everything. So it just, yesterday was kind of a bad off day. Not to mention, we wasn't very happy with that coloring page, and so yeah. But everybody's allowed to have an off day. Yeah. Yesterday was really a sad flop. I prefer for my live streams to stay lively, but everybody had a discussion that went against somebody's grain. Personally, I didn't mind any of them, but I had to be the diffuser. Oh, I had told Rogue Explorations because he had apologized for yesterday as well. And I told him I was live streaming at about 4:20, so I'm actually around an hour late. But what happened was my husband worked overtime last night and didn't get home until about 5:30. And so, because normally he goes in at 4:30 on Sunday, but because he worked so late, they agreed that he could come in an hour later today. So it's the reason why I'm a little later than usual. It's just easier to do live streams and videos when nobody's home. That way, if the TV is playing, you know, I prefer the silence in the house. That way, there's no copyright or anything. I don't have to worry about it. So it's just easier. Yeah. Not to mention, like, I don't have to worry about going out there and tending to him if he needs something, or him coming in here asking me a question or something. It just, and as I told him, because he agrees, me doing YouTube is my job. He goes work, and YouTube is my work. And so, like I told him, when he goes to work, that's when I go to work. So, Hello, Brian. I was just explaining why I'm an hour late. Hubby didn't get home until about 5:30 last night, and when I uh, answered your comment saying that I was going to be on at about 4:20, I didn't know that he had talked to his manager about coming in an hour later. If I'd known, I would have told you I would have been starting about 5:20 instead of 4:20, but I didn't know until after. By the time I got done responding to your comment, he finally woke up and then he told me. Well, awesome. That's good, Mitchell. And that's totally fine. Anybody who needs to go to church, that's fine. So anyway, I'm sorry that I'm about an hour late. Hello, Eric. Yeah, that is true. I always tried to make sure that my husband's needs is took care of. Oh, that's okay, buddy. Tomorrow's another stream. Hello, Chris. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good. Today's been a slow day for me, but that's okay. It's a lot better than having a hectic day. Yep, a stream tomorrow. As far as I know, it's going to be at 4:20 or so. It hasn't been unusual. Well, good. All right. Love you too, Mitchell. Have a good time tonight, buddy. Awesome. I love you guys so much. You know that. Every one of yous. I might have a small group of friends here, but every one of yous are awesome. Which one? The original one or the new one? Nicolas Cage or the older one? Yeah, not the bees. Kalis Enoch. Yep. Nikki. I have seen the one with Nicolas Cage, and I've got the older one. I've got the first one. They're both good. Wow. That is some pretty hard punching, Brian. That's incredible. How you doing today, Nikki? And I'm so glad that you're on here, Enoch. Well, good. Give him a kiss on the cheek for me. Nicolas Cage's career's over? How's that? Aw, this sweet little man. I bet you my punch is probably only 25. I've got a weak punch. Oh, yeah. The last Nicolas Cage movie I watched was Left Behind, and it didn't even come close to the book. I read the entire book series. The entire book series. All right. They'll be tomorrow, Nikki. See you, honey. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. Hello, Arnott. Yeah, Johnny is falling apart. He is. His last couple, I agree. I agree. And the last couple pirates that Johnny's been in, they've been pathetic. I tried to watch the fourth one and I couldn't even get into it. The first three are okay, but I couldn't even get into the fourth one. And I've got the fifth one too. I haven't even opened it up to look at it. I can't bring myself to. Which a lot of that can be blamed on Walt Disney, but it's got a lot to do with the actors too. I don't even know what the name of it is. I agree. I agree, Brian. He has done way too many drugs. And now he's putting down the president, and he's just anybody who doesn't at least support in some way or another is a failure to me. Um, which I've never really idolized Johnny Depp anyway. Yeah, well, like Wolverine wasn't supposed to ever age. Unfortunately, Hugh ages. So, I mean, you can only look young for so long. Even makeup won't cut it anymore. But I have to agree with you. Nobody could ever play Logan like Hugh Jackman. Seriously. And I'm a humongous Hugh Jackman fan. I love every one of the movies I've ever watched him play in. Not just the X-Men series, but any movies that I've seen him in. He's a great actor. And boy, can he sing. I love his voice. Oh, that's true. He is in great shape. For his age, he's in awesome shape. And yeah, they could use mask. Um, it wouldn't work very well for them to do the computer tech on it, on his face, to because you can always tell computer work from the real thing. But masking, yeah, that's possible. But I understand they already killed Wolverine's character off. Yeah, prosthetics. But I reckon they already killed him, so it wouldn't be any good to bring Wolverine back. No, he doesn't. But you can tell, like, excuse me, when you watch the very first X-Men that was made back in the 90s, his face was so much smoother as it is now, which now it's got more of a leather look where he's Australian. So, he's in the sun, and that's just, you can tell he's got a more leathered face over what he had back in the 90s when they made the first one. But he does take very good care of himself. I'm still waiting for that breakfast pizza recipe, Brian. Yeah, he was. He sure was. He was a whole lot younger then. That was the first movie I'd ever seen Hugh Jackman in. Was the first X-Men. I'd never even heard of him before that. Uh-uh. No, I sure haven't. Well, you've got a tripod, right? That's how I done my stroganoff. I set up my tripod and I positioned the camera where I wanted it and just tried to stay within the camera. So if you've got a tripod or, set it up on a table or something, maybe an end table or something other. And then just steady it through. Cut out what you don't want. Huh. Well, going back to the Wicker Man, have you ever seen the original Wicker Man? It's got, I don't think it's Michael Caine. I believe it's, Edward Ward. It's hard to say his name. Anyway. What would you put it on? Your vlog? Your streaming and vlog? That'd be a good channel to put it on. That'd be a real good channel to put it on. If you'd find it to be a sensation putting on that breakfast pizza, you could do other recipes that you do. Other homemade recipes. I would do another cooking video, but everybody knows how to do meatloaf and homemade spaghetti and all that. Stroganoff was about the only thing that I had that's a little bit more on the unusual side. I am thinking about doing a video on doing my lasagna, though. Thinking about it. I haven't made lasagna for a while. And you just have the new one? Now, see, I don't have the new Wicker Man, but I have watched it. I've watched it twice, I believe. Yeah, and it didn't do too bad. It had a decent amount of views on it. Oh. Well, you know what? Is there other interests that you have, Chris, besides exploring? Maybe you could do videos on movie reviews. You seem to enjoy movies and you've got a great collection, right? Maybe you could do videos on movie reviews, your personal opinion on movies. Hello, Nathan. Halloween City's lame. I've never been to one, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, everybody has talked about the Toys R Us. Everybody. So that's kind of become a back issue, so to speak. Well, it's good that you're looking around anyway, but to fill in your channel while you're looking for something to explore, do something else. Thing is, you've got to let people know that you're still active. That way they can keep watch for you. My son, he's a YouTuber, but he hasn't put a video out now for a few months, and he's only got like 10 subs. And I told him, I said, Bud, you got to put the videos out so people will watch you and subscribe. Oh dear. Well, I have to say, you could get an awesome panorama view from the top of one. That would be quite a view. They must be hearing the air conditioner out there. Got some action coming up ahead, huh, Brian? You're ready to test that 900-pound punch of yours. Um, Husband's talking about us going back to that Dana Peak Park where I got lost, and he said that he was willing to walk it with me. Which, like, I asked him, what did you do with my husband? Me hearing him say that he would walk with me? Well, that might be something for you to check out then. So anyway, I'm going to be able to do that park sometime. Not quite sure when we'll be going back, but he's mentioned it, so I might do a video on the other end of it. I wouldn't repeat the track. I mean, I'd be doing the same track, but instead of recording the first part of it where I did, I would record the other half of it. Yeah, like I said, I can catch the other half of it, the part that I'd gotten lost and didn't find. Since I know now where to go, I'll be able to do that in too. I'll do a video of that map as well, and I'll kind of point out where I got lost and why I got lost. So, but I definitely know not to go on those trails again. I won't be getting lost this time. And the thing is, the other trails, they're shorter, but they're rougher. They're for people that's more into intense hiking. But the longest one is the one for people who's not into the intense, which is crazy because it still wears you out. So, I don't know. He's also talking about going to another park that I've done a couple videos on. Supposedly there's a pond there that I'd missed, and he's wanting me to catch that pond. So I know that there's more parks for me to see here in Texas, but it's so hard getting to them where we don't have two cars and me having to wait for his schedule. So our anniversary is coming up next month, and maybe, just maybe, because there's a restaurant that he's wanting to take me to, so maybe we'll be able to find a place for me to record there. Oh, well, was it all that fun, huh? I think I might start putting back money to get my eyes done. Either get me contacts or LASIK. I would love to get my eyes fixed. I don't even know how much a clinic costs around here. Contacts can get to be a nuisance. And these bifocals, they drive me nuts. Oh, wow. Is your leg still hurting? Do you know what you did to it? Oh, good. Well, I hate to hear that, though. I mean, when a person goes to do a video, they sure don't need to be getting hurt. I don't like hearing anybody getting hurt when they're trying to do a video. Was this back in that quarry? Hmm. Those really are dangerous back in there, huh? And you keep talking about how dangerous they are, how slick and stuff. Well, Well, hopefully it'll heal up fast for you. That way you don't have to worry about it. We might start a new page tomorrow, I'm not sure. Thank you. Oh, the ones that's right back here over top this side of my head, like that one is his grandmother, that one is his. And then over here, get my finger to point in the right direction. My mother-in-law, an old man from a elder's home. The one behind the door is my ugly one that I'm not very proud of, so it's hid behind the door. And down there, beside the books, are my iffies, ones I'm not very proud about. This wall right here, though, this is my wall. That's my wall. And then up here is my wall. So I'm going to have to use like a chair or something and hammer stuff up a little higher, closer to the ceiling. That way I've got more room for the art. I've already got most all the pictures in the living room, so I can't put any of the art in the living room. There is some room in the bedroom. Could put some up in the hall. I've been thinking real hard on another painting that I'm wanting to get done, but I don't know when I'm going to even do that. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that sword. That'll be fascinating. Well, my stomach is throwing up a ruckus. It's getting hungry on me. I've got these sores all in my scalp. I'm going to have to switch shampoo. There's my baby. There's Mama's baby. Come on, get up here. I got your room. We ended up locking her up in the closet today. I had to get into the closet to find a towel, and I didn't know she went in there. Thank you, Chris. She is. She's so beautiful, and her fur is so thick and soft. But anyway, I got into the closet to look for some hand towels, and yep, she was behind the drapes in here. Anyway, she got into the closet, and I didn't know it. And she hadn't come out. I figured she was asleep in the window. And hubby went to get into the overstock closet, which is where I've got like our, yeah, so does Miss Catherine. But anyway, I use the studio closet for like our overflow of food and stuff that I didn't have room to pack and put away here in the house. The apartment really is small when it comes to space. So he got in there to get some rice noodles for his salad, and there she was in the closet. She'd been stuck in there for over an hour. And I thought I kept hearing a cat meow, but I feared it was outside. I didn't know it was my baby. And she came out, she got a drink of water, and then she looked up at me and started chewing me out. I told her, I said, it's not my fault. You shouldn't have gone in there. This cat is something else. And she knows the sound of the theme of Little House. When she hears that theme and she sees me sitting down, she knows it's time for her to get up on my lap and curl up and go to sleep. And that's mine and hers favorite pastime. Just sit and watch Little House, let her sleep while I enjoy the show. So she's been trying to get closer to me. I think it kind of, my husband's a little jealous about it some. And I told him, I said, no, she loves you too. She watches for you. I said, she'll come to bed with me, but when you come in through that door, I'm forgotten. So he ain't got nothing to fear. The cat loves him too. She likes chasing the tray on the DVD player. She sees us pick up the remote and she knows that tray's going to open and close, and she'll watch. She sees when it opens and then she waits for us to close it, and she'll go after it when we close it. Wow. Hefty little guy. He may end up getting a lot fatter than that too, since he had his balls cut off. Shit, I think my little gal, like, she was 10 pounds, but I tell you, she's getting fatter. I'd say she might be about 11 now. And she doesn't eat that much. She just barely nibbles. And we keep her running. She's constantly chasing that mouse. Yeah, but you love your little furry idiot. And he is gorgeous. He's so very gorgeous. His mother's beautiful too, what little bit you was able to show her off. Well, guys, I'm going to go on ahead and get off here. If I'd started the live stream about 4:20 like I had expected, we would have ran it closer, but I'm getting very hungry right now. And they'll give you time, Brian, if you want to run a stream or not, then you can go on ahead and start one. All right. Love you, Brian. You take good care of yourself, buddy. Make sure that leg heals up good. I love you, Chris Peck. You have a great day, buddy. Tomorrow around 4:20, as far as I know. I don't think hubby's getting a different hour, so about 4:20 or so. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, guys.